Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And finally, I can bring some Series 2 to you guys. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards. And we're going to have ourselves something a little different this time because my shipments haven't really came in yet, so I'm waiting patiently for those and had to run on over to Target and get us some stuff to open. So this is going to be kind of a preview video. We're going to have 2 hangers, we're going to have 2 blasters, and we're going to have 2 fat packs. And it's going to be maybe a really quick review of each, but we're definitely going to do a deeper dive and try to open more of these as time goes by. As you guys probably remember, I did open quite a bit of Series 1. The only products I'm missing are the mega boxes, which are not in my area anywhere yet that I've seen, and the super boxes, which have been sold out just about everywhere that I've been. So we're going to go kind of smaller to bigger, if that makes sense. We're going to start with the 2 fat packs. So the fat packs, we can look for relic and autograph cards, and also look for the base card holofoils, which are basically just your rainbow foils. So let's get into it, baby. Series 2. And the first I've really seen of it. Stayed away from the videos as best I could. As I said before, I like to experience it with you guys when opening. So we have Hernandez, Edwards, Taylor Walls from a talented Rays team. My underperforming Orioles, but I will still stick with them. They are my team. Brent Rooker, Brian Reynolds, and we get our first rookie, Carter Jensen for the Royals. And now over to Jaron Duran, Pablo Lopez, Robert Hassel III. That's kind of definitely a closer up shot there. At the Padres, the Dirt Dynamos. Is that Machado and Bogarts? Yep. We get Corey Lee, Paul Goldschmidt. We get Justin Dean on the Cubs. Tyler O'Neill for my O's. Andrew Monasterio. George Springer for the Blue Jays. The Rockies team card. The Ronaldo Lopez for the Braves. Hot team this year. Javier Sanoja. Nathan Eovaldi. Randy Arozarena. We get Andrew Alvarez for Washington. Adrian Del Castillo. Lucas Erceg. Jordan Walker having a phenomenal year. Heriberto Hernandez for the Marlins. Oh, we got a gold card, I think. Tyler Locklear. And we did Denzer Guzman for the Angels. 585 of 2026. So we get a numbered card. And now we get all the stuff at the back. Colson Montgomery, Stars. Cam Schlittler, Titans of the Game, although are they not writing it on the front of the card anymore? That's weird. All right, fair enough. And then we get Ellie De La Cruz, glove work. I feel like that's a newer one. And Yandy Diaz, little parallel action. Non-numbered, of course. Pretty darn good output for a fat pack, I might well say. As I've said before in the past, I almost never recommend fat packs just due to the fact that the corners tend to be a mess. This way is what we're looking for. And we get Ezekiel Duran, St. Louis Cardinals. Drake Baldwin on the Rookie Cup. Reigning Rookie of the Year in the National League. Liam Hicks, Cedric Mullins. There's the Angels. Mike Trout pretty much front and center. Zach Geloff. Miguel Rojas. Shane Baz. And that contract is not aging too well, but we'll skip on past that. George Kirby. We get Jose Cornell with Texas. Razel Iglesias, Sandy Alcantara, Wyatt Langford. Little Pittsburgh Pirate action. I think O'Neill Cruz is out. Maybe he's back by now. Not 100%. No, he's been out. Chase Madroth, Nick York, Hobie Milner. There's my guy, Pete Alonso. Might be his first official Orioles card, which is awesome. Matos, Brian Van Bell for the Rays. Corbin Burns, Justin Robleski, Jose Fermin, future stars Dalen Lyle, easily one of the fastest guys in Major League Baseball. Cade Smith, Henry Davis, Brandon Sproat, former Met, got dealt to the Brewers, I believe. Wencel Perez, J.P. Sears, Dugan Darnell. Cade Horton gets himself a rookie cup. And we get ourselves some inserts. Let's see, we get a Stars of Murakami. There we go. Get another glove work, Aaron Judge. All rise. Buster Posey numbered to 150, 14 of 150. Let's go. And Jackson Churio on the Titans of the Game. Not sure what I think about that card without the Titans of the Game font on the front, though. That's kind of odd. Unfortunately, this guy has a little bit of a ding in the corner, which, as I've said numerous times, is an unfortunate side effect of the fat packs. So I pretty much never recommend fat packs for that reason. And these blue borders, let's be honest, are definitely going to be difficult to get nice and minty. So, but hey, 2 numbered cards and 1 in each pack, man. So maybe they're a good buy if you can, you know, deal with the possibility of maybe having some ding corners. So not bad. Let's go ahead and, you know what, we'll just leave these. We'll put the numbered stuff to the side. That way we can kind of remember what came from what. So I'll keep that off to the side. We're going to move on to these guys. Everybody's favorite, the hanger boxes. Are they hangers bangers? Not to mention, we haven't even talked about the cover boys. This time we get Koufax, Mays, Skeens, and Vladdy Jr. I love that they're doing the foursomes on each one of these, so I hope they continue that with Update and, you know, have 2 more legends and, you know, 2 stars. The first one was what? Judge, Shohei, Hank Aaron, and can't remember the 4th guy off the top of my head right now, but also can't get this box open nice and easy, so apologize for the noise that this junk makes. Wish they would just wrap them in plastic as opposed to the heat shrunk stuff, whatever. There's our pack. And we will take a quick look at these guys, although, well, to be fair, this is the only thing you really need to know. They still have the Diamante parallels, which are roughly 2 to 3 per hanger box. And in my opinion, the Diamante parallels are the best looking parallels out of all the exclusive ones. I like them much better than the holiday parallels that you get in the blaster boxes, which we'll see just a little bit later. So I think what we're going to do is basically for all of these, we're going to take our time, you know, taking a look at the photos and stuff like that. And then when we do a deeper dive on the products, we'll probably end up going a bit faster. So this will be the video for you guys to enjoy the artwork, well, technically taking photographs is art, right? So Risen Suns, Japanese Stars lead LA. So see, once again, finding their way to stick Shohei on as many cards as they can. I'm not complaining because he's a lot of fun to watch. Vientos, Jake Irvin, Noel V. Marte. It's always one guy stealing home runs. Nick Castellanos. We have Thomas Sagassi, or Sagassi, I believe it is. Torkelson, Ramon Laureano, George Valera. First rookie there. Promising prospect, although, let's see here. He was born in 2000, so he is a little bit older. Took him a little while to get up, but he was one of those big prospects down in the minors for a little while, and just, I guess, kind of struggled after he was initially, you know, so highly sought after and all that kind of stuff. So, I do have one of his autographs in minor league stuff. I think out of like 5 or something. So my hope is he pops off. Luis Garcia, also cool seeing a lot of these guys in their updated jerseys. Jonathan Cannon, there's Garrett Cole. Recently returned to the Yankees a couple weeks ago, something like that. Adele Amador, Gavin Lux, Alec Bohm, Yandy Diaz, get the Marlins, Denzel Clark, Hyesung Kim, Brandon Lau. We get Tatsuya Imai, definitely one of the better rookies for the Astros. Robert Stevenson, Jesus Sanchez, J.P. Crawford, Nick Rackett. We get Noah Cameron for the Royals on the Cup. Hader, Walker, Ranger Suarez, Trey Yasavich, another good one. Although definitely struggling a little more this year than he did last year. Mike Burrows. We get Zach Cole for the Astros. We get Slade Chacon. We get Carter Jensen. So we're going to get to some duplicates here that we'll probably go quicker through. And we get to our Diamantes. Let's see, as well as a bunch of other stuff. You also get a couple stars of the game. There's Carson Williams, another top rookie. Riley Green on the stars of the MLB. Titans is Alex Freeland. Get ourselves a Pedro Martinez on the All-Star American League. Wow, I remember these back in the 91 set. Very cool. And just like that, we get a duplicate. Glove work, Ellie, but kid's a beast, I'll take it. Braxton Ashcraft and Hunter Barco. So it's a Pirates life for me, I guess. And then we get Nolan McLean on the Titans. So nothing numbered or I think really any parallels outside of the Diamante ones that they guarantee you. So let's keep right on moving. We get Josh Naylor, Jaden Murray for the Astros, Jake Dreyer for the Dodgers, Juan Soto, Trevor McDonald, Ketel Marte, Seth Lugo, Lars Nootbaar, great shot of him, Jake Palish for Chicago, Austin Wynn, Griffin Conine, Shane McClanahan, Cleveland takes flight, Dansby Swanson, Tyrone Taylor, Ryan Helsley for my O's, Spencer Steer, Bryson Stott, future stars Brooks Lee, of course had his rookies in last year's product, Logan Allen, Jack Sawinski, Connolly Early, Jack Flaherty, Cronenworth, Christian Montes de Oca, perhaps, Austin Hedges, Jared Triolo, Harry Ford, finally getting a rookie. Another guy that was pretty highly touted a few years back, but took some time to get up to the majors, so a little older than most rookies. Alejandro Carrillo, Manny Machado, Robbie Ray, former Cy Young, Joel Peguero, Jordan Westberg for my O's, guy that just struggles to stay healthy each year. Higashioka, we get the Twins, Kyle Leahy, Chase DeLauder for the Guardians, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Michael Massey, Mason Wynn, Paul Gervais for the Dodgers, Taylor Ward for my O's. Another new signing there. Carlos Correa, nice action shot. And we get to Kirby and some ones we've already seen. Ooh, a gold. There we go. Brent Rooker. So we get ourselves a numbered card. 1758 of 2026. And now we float and pull all these over. Jaron Duran. Bubba Chandler. Titans of the game. Kyle Schwarber, stars of the game. Get a nice Hank Aaron here. Bam. Gorgeous. And we're just wrecking the piles here. Glove work. I guess that's a very common insert. There's Mike Trout. And our Diamantes, Christian Walker and Luis Castillo. So 2 vets. And we get the DC Dudes, CJ Abrams and James Wood. That's a nice one. Followed by Cole Young. So 1 numbered parallel out of the 2 hangers. So thus far, the Fat Packs are in the lead. And also the best value per numbered card. Well, we'll have to see if that holds up as we do more of our openings. Let's move on to the blaster boxes, which, once again, haven't really changed all that much. I believe you're still getting the same amount of cards. I don't think that's changed. I mean, if anything, they're probably going to change it on us. Yeah, 72 cards. They're probably going to change it on us for update or something like that if they're going to do more shrinkflation. I believe that's how they did it a year or so ago. I think it was update that they initially changed it in, and there were some of us, I know myself, was kind of caught off guard when Series 1 the next year came out, and then I had to look back, and sure enough, it was update where they made the change. But hopefully no more shrinkflation for a bit. But there you go. Look for your base card holiday parallels. Of course, they can be numbered. Could also look for those base card holofoils, but those are exclusive to any retail product. 72 cards. And these cost $25. So the most expensive one. So these guys you can almost fit 2 hanger boxes in. They retail for $14.99. And then you have the Fat Packs, which I think I mentioned, but if not, they are, I believe, $7, $6.99. They're $6.99 or $7.99. So it's roughly, the way I like to think about it is it's roughly 2 per, right? So you get 2 of the Fat Packs will equal roughly 1 of the hanger boxes. 2 of the hanger boxes equal roughly the cost of a blaster. Hasn't failed me yet, but we uncover Christian Yelich on the All-Star card. I like that one. All right, so Eric Wagaman, Brandon Nimmo, some different ones here. Tampa Bay, Kyle Harrison, Abner Uribe, Christian Javier, Jorge Polanco, Mitch Ferris, our first rookie, George Springer again, the Rockies, and Riley Green, who we've already seen on the Stars of the Game. Let's see if we can find ourselves some different inserts outside of the glove work and, of course, the 91 parallels. And, of course, the holiday parallels that we know we're going to get. Oh, perhaps I should move the Diamantes since they're not in this product. Often we get Snyder and Beantown Buds. Very cool. Duran and Trevor Story. Nick Allen, there's Blaze Alexander, who's having a nice year for my O's. That could be low-key a very good signing. Palante. We get Renato Lopez. Sanoja. We get Rafael Flores flipped upside down. Is that our holiday? That is a holiday parallel. No, it's a rookie. I'll take it. Absolutely will take it. And then Carson Williams on the Stars, who I think we've seen. Now, just to reiterate, since we're seeing more numbered cards than we saw for Series 1 for sure, I don't believe it's just luck. Again, pretty much every year this holds still true. The Series 1 is printed the most, Series 2 is printed a little less, and Update is printed a little less than that. I haven't heard that that's changed yet, so I'll be sure to let you know if I do get that information. Boyle, the Mariners, Josh Simpson, Luis Robert on the Mets. That might be his first one there. Guardians, we get ourselves a first pitch of Maria Taylor. And not sure if they're all rainbow foil, but perhaps they are. And Nolan McLean again on the Titans. So getting a lot of repeats of the Titans and the Stars of the MLB. Which is a little bit surprising because each set usually has somewhere in the neighborhood of like 20 of those, somewhere in that range. Cole Ragans, Alec Burleson, Luis Severino, Emmett Sheehan, Yandy Diaz, Jason Dominguez. Future stars, Kevin Alcantara. You get Brian Rocchio, JJ Bleday, Tyler Glasnow, another guy that has his issues staying healthy. Oh, a Murakami. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one. And a Bubba Chandler. Murakami on the parallel. And as I've said before, always want to get your numbered parallels of the top rookies. If you can't get a numbered parallel, the next best thing, an unnumbered parallel. So that is awesome. Actually, we're going to stick that in a top loader as well, because he's just having a really good year. And for me, front runner for the, what do you call it? The Rookie of the Year award. Although I'm sure, just like any year that a Japanese player wins, you'll get a lot of the naysayers that say they're not traditionally, rookies. They played a whole bunch over there, which is kind of funny because you also hear a lot of those detractors say it's not the same. So if it's not the same, then it shouldn't be considered pro baseball now. So in which case they are technically a rookie. I just feel like those two are kind of opposing viewpoints. But anyway, off the soapbox, Jonathan Pintaro for the Mets, Logan O'Hoppe, Miami Marlins, Clark, Suarez, we've seen these. Get another Yasavich. Definitely looking for parallels of him. DeLuca, Reds. Ooh, now we get a Drake Baldwin. There we go. Another nice one. Again, non-numbered. Second year, but as I've said before, I really enjoy rookie cups. We can leave those, whatever. Wyatt Langford now on the regular 91, and Christian Moore. So we get ourselves a different Titans of the game. I don't think we've seen that one yet. And our last pack, I think we're due one more holiday parallel. I believe it's 3, unless that's changed. Isaac Paredes, Eugenio Suarez, Haesung Kim, Brandon Lau. We get Amai, another guy I'd love to get a parallel of. Burrows, we get Zach Cole. And we've seen these. Jake Myers, look at that, sliding in. And Andrew Alvarez. This is probably holiday. Yeah, look at that. This one had 3 rookie parallels, and they're all Suns, I guess. I don't know. One of the unnumbered ones. And Christian Moore now on Stars of the MLB. So that was one blaster. One blaster produces a nice Murakami, nothing numbered, and a nice Drake Baldwin parallel. Other than that, I'd say those were really the highlights of the first blaster. Let's move on to blaster number 2. Jack Flaherty, Jake Cronenworth, Minnesota Twins, Hernandez, Edwards. I think we've seen a good number of these so far. So as I said, rather than waste time, we'll speed up a hair. Got something here. Another Judge. Apparently I'm going to pull a lot of his stuff. What is this insert, though? CN10. Not sure, but I like it. I really like the Yankee symbol in the background and such. That is a really nice insert. Have to check that one out. Not sure what CN means. Liam Hicks, unnumbered parallel. And Bryce Eldridge, Titans of the game. The cards just look off without the Titans at the top. I know I'm harping on something silly that probably nobody else cares about, but I don't know. They almost look misprinted to me when not having that. Yordan Alvarez, if he can stay healthy the rest of the year, should have himself an absolutely career year. Rooker, Iglesias, Cantara, Langford, George Valera. Once again, quite a few duplicates. There's Freddie Freeman. Sal Stewart, there we go. Let's go. Sal Stewart now. Yeah, there we go. Nice holiday parallel in each box. Let's go. I will take that. Another guy who will challenge for Rookie of the Year in the National League here. Having himself a fine year. Got some junk on it, of course, like Topps always has. Wish they could invent, I don't know, a fan or blower or something that would take that off before it was packaged, but that's all right. 4 packs to go. I do apologize for this video being a bit longer, but just wanted to get something out there on Series 2 and let you know that more is coming for sure. Bryce Johnson, Alan Rangel, maybe? Trevor Story, Will Smith, Rafael Flores. And so far, 4 for 4 on the holiday parallels being rookies. Eduardo Nunez. 1991 Roman Anthony. There we go. And Sal Stewart on the stars. Roman Anthony stuff, I think, has cooled off a little. There for a while, his Series 1 stuff was kind of crazy. I think the highest price I saw around here at card shows was about $10 for his regular base, which there was no way that was going to keep going with the way they print Series 1. And that was for, again, a base card, non-graded, all that kind of stuff. So we get McCade Brown, Caden Dana, Future Stars, Tanner Bybee, Taiwan Walker, Dylan Dingler, Ryan O'Hearn, Spencer Torkelson. Is this going to break our 4 for 4 on these parallels? Oh, it does. Not a bad one to break it with, though. He's really been, I think he's been getting it. And Colson Montgomery. He had a very slow start. He was easily the bottom of the big 3 that came up that year of him, Julio, and Bobby Witt. But I would argue Witt's probably still at the top of that. J-Rod has his moments, but Torkelson's definitely catching on. Cutter Crawford, Austin Martin, Andres Jimenez, Kyron Paris, Michael Garcia. We get Nolan Hoffman for the Phillies. Bryce Eldridge, another nice rookie. Chris Bryant, Justin Dean. Gonna get ourselves a Zach Veen, I think, second year. Oh, there we go. Glove work, Cal Ripken Jr. My guy. Love that. And yep, Zach Veen on the rainbow foil. And Dylan Beavers for my O's. Last pack, and this will be it. I'll give you a quick idea of what I'm thinking as far as how these products are, at least from our little 2-item preview. And if you haven't figured it out, the reason it's 2 items is just because that's the limit at Target. And that's pretty much the easiest store to find products at. So I got 2 of everything that they had. Wilyer Abreu, Serby Matthews, Cade Cavalli, Jared Jones, P.D. Halpin. And I think we're going to get another holiday one, if I'm not mistaken, at the end here. Yohan Moncada, Tyler O'Neill, Andrew Monasterio. Oh, man, it's a Shohei. Yeah, buddy. Bam, Shohei. And Alex Freeland. And as all of you know, any Shohei parallel is going for a pretty decent price nowadays. I mean, his I'm telling you, his freaking base cards are like, you're so lucky if you can find like even flagship base cards of his for $1. Like, his stuff is routinely $2 for that kind of stuff. You know, any other product is above that in most cases. His stuff's just on fire, so that's got to go in one too. But not surprising he's in this set. So with the close of our blaster boxes there, they yielded 0 numbered cards. Yielded some very nice holiday parallels though, in the Shohei, the Stewart, and the Murakami. So I'm not complaining there at all. And what do we got? We got 2 numbered cards from the Fat Packs, which makes it the winner, and 1 numbered card from the hangers. So as of right now, the Fat Packs are the way to go. I can't promise I'll be bringing more to you, but we'll see. It's so hard for me to buy Fat Packs. I'm just so afraid of messed up corners. But I mean, it seems like better products than Series 1 for certain. So whether it's just due to the fact that there's less printed, I mean, who knows? We'll find out as time goes on and we open some more stuff for sure. But as I said, this was more of a preview. If I had to recommend right now, it's got to go to the Fat Packs. But we'll do some deeper dives, definitely on hangers, blasters, super boxes, mega boxes when they come out. And I think that's usually all of the retail product line. And we'll kind of go from there. I mean, my local hobby shop has hobby packs for $10 each, which that's too rich for me, man. I'd rather get a hanger box for $5 more than one hobby pack. So that's just my thinking. Obviously, you guys can think very differently. But that just to me seems way too expensive. And I think boxes were $189 or $199, something like that, which is just nuts for flagship. So, but anyway, let's again get off that kind of soapbox. That's our preview for Series 2. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all loved spending 30 minutes with me. I appreciate that. But anyway, let's wrap it up, get you guys on out of here before we go much longer. If you head down below, hit the subscribe button, click the like while you're there if you enjoy this and want to see all things Series 2, because it is coming. It should be coming soon. I don't know. It all depends on tracking and stuff like that. It likely won't be the next video. Maybe won't even the one after that, but we'll certainly see, and you know, I'll let you guys know. But you can also head down below, hit the little notification bell that'll let you know when we post videos, which is usually every Monday and Friday. And the last thing I want to say, we'll do a quick abbreviated version of thank you. Thank you guys very, very, very much. I realize it was a long video. For those of you that stuck it out, I appreciate you guys so very much. But I appreciate anyone that spends any of their precious time with me. As I've said before, it's the one thing we do not get more of. So thank you guys very much for spending some of yours with me. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, I'll see you then. Peace.